We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Washington football team. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Fournette once more on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Fournette, a first down carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st and 10, it's Graham. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Throwing after the interception. Graham. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Watson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now it's Graham. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
And all the way down to the 37. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Graham going to set up to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Graham will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Dustin Hopkins now for the Washington field goal. This from 54 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Fournette running out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Graham to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. They run the toss now with Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Watson. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes our score 17-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Graham to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Graham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. But we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 2 yards pickup, makes it 3rd and 8.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. This time they stay on the ground. Fournette, a first down, still going. And finally down at the 41-yard line. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now it's Watson. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff running left is Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run here with Gibson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Watson, touchdown number 15 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Graham. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by one more.
Washington 34. Buccaneers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Gibson again. There's a nice move. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Washington.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, it's Gibson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Gibson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's going to get him another first down here as he's able to dive forward to get as much as he can.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike. Check Mike 46. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
A carry for Gibson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Hey, 31. Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 52.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Get out the field, defense. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Time to go, night.
To throw is Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He could not get away loss of 11 on third down.
They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. But he's got no blocking in front of him. His guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 6. Yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
On second down, here's Fournette. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Graham. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw. Graham. He'll check this one off to Fournette.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
That catch good for only a couple. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42.
Now it's Graham.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Graham going to set up to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Graham will throw. Going for it all.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on.